Okay, everyone. Mainly I quit filming. Uh, so we're pretty sure that Lily has a third kid in her that is stuck. We have reached out to our vet. Um, there's two options at this point. So we gave her. She quit contracting shortly after we delivered the little doeling, which half the placenta had come out with that doeling, um, which is not ideal. Uh, it's okay if it was the only one, but whenever we go to bump her, we're pretty sure that there is another kid in there. Um, so the other thing is to where the kid is very deep in the belly. It is not up by the birth canal at all. Um, she looks like a really wide goat from the outside. Whenever you go in, she's very narrow and very slender. So that my hands are not that big, um, but I cannot get my hand past where my thumb is and everything. I can't get it um, through the canal, through the pelvis, into the uterus. So the vet said that we can do one of two things. Either one, we can have someone with small hands, smaller than mine, try to go in and do a look-see-loo. Or two, uh, if that doesn't work, or if we just want it to happen, then we can have him come out and do a C-section. Now, this would be Lily's second C-section. 2 years ago, she had a C-section because she had twins. One came out just fine, and then one got caught up to where Josie couldn't get her out, and so they had to do a C-section. So there is that. So it's either have someone with small hands, go in, try to pull a kid, or do another C-section on a doe that's already had a C-section in the past. And if that comes down to it, if we have to have another C-section, then Lily is going to be retired. There's no sense in breeding her again after that point, just to have another possible C-section, because she would be not only, it wouldn't be good for her health, or if she, has multiples and loses them, it wouldn't be good for that. And also, it would be, she would be losing us money. So right now, if we have a C-section and we sell kids and everything, then we can maybe make our money back. But this will be our second C-section of the season. So we're already kind of getting in there. And goats, I'm sorry to say, folks, this is not a money-making operation. Some people are like, oh my gosh, you have really high prices for your goats. And then, other breeders, they have higher prices than us. But we get it. This is not a profit-making business that we are in currently. We break even about every year, and that is just because we have a lot of things to where we bale our own hay, we feed our own hay, we, we don't use replacer milks and stuff. We milk the does and feed it back to the bottle kids. We, we do a lot of things ourselves versus going to our vet. Now, do we have our vet involved on a lot of things? Yes, as consultation and everything else, which that is a cost, but it is not as high as a cost as bringing in like 20 kids to get their CD&T vaccination, or 20 kids to be disbutted or whatnot. So there's different costs involved every way you look at it. And one of the things is in, kidding season, whenever you're talking major surgery, like, Tootsie here, You know, she had her C-section and it went ideal. It went okay. But you can have, you know, secondary infections set in. They can not handle the sedation and you lose a doe. You can lose kids. You can, you know, so the cost is there. It impacts the breeder, the farmer. It impacts us all. You know, so this is not an ideal situation. I just want to let y'all know. I kind of vented about that. Sorry, you know, a little bit of a downer for this video. But that's the way it is. That is what happens whenever you're in farming, whenever you're, you know, a breeder, whenever you're taking care of goats, rancher, homesteader, whatever you want to call yourself. Whenever you have goats and you're breeding them and you're reproducing them, these are factors that play in to where you have to be aware of it. You have to be prepared for it. And if you're not, you're screwed. So we knew, you know, we weren't prepared for Tootsie, but we were prepared for Lily. We knew that there was a very good possibility that she would have another C-section, and guess what? That's kind of the way it's looking. So, here's what the plan is right now. Alright, so we have called a neighbor who has smaller hands than me. They're going to come down. They're going to try and go in, see if they can't get this kid out. If that fails, then the vet is going to come out and do a C-section. It's not what we want, but that's the plan. So I will keep y'all notified of the situation. It'll probably be another video. But yeah, so unfortunately that's what's going on here today. I hope that y'all like the video. Sorry for the venting, but just want to let y'all know what kind of happens in these situations. And hopefully we have a good outcome for Lily. So we will talk to y'all next time and have a good one. Bye.